Hello, welcome to Digital Signal Processing online lecture series. In the previous session, we have started the unit Structures for Discrete Time Systems. We have seen the two types of filters. First one FIR filters and the second one IIR filters. Now FIR filter stands for Finite Impulse Response and IIR stands for Infinite Impulse Response. Now we have seen different structures based on IIR systems that included IIR systems using direct form 1 structure, direct form 2 structure, cascaded structure and parallel form structure. We have seen the examples of these structures, how to obtain this structure realization using the system difference equations. So in the previous sessions we have seen the examples to realize any structure based on IIR systems. Now in this session we are going to see the structures of FIR systems. Now FIR, as we know that it stands for Finite Impulse Response. So in this Finite Impulse Response system, the difference equation is given as y of n, that is equals to summation of k equals to 0 to m minus 1 h of k into x of n minus k. This is a difference equation for FIR system. Now if we take the z transform over here, so taking z transform, we get y of z, that is equals to summation of k equals to 0 to m minus 1 h of k into z raised to minus k into x of k. We have obtained here z minus k using the time delay property of z transform, as here x of n minus k is there, that's why here there will be z raised to minus k. Now we know that system transfer function h of z is given as y of z by x of z, that means output divided by input. So to obtain this, it is given as summation of k equals to 0 to m minus 1 h of k into z raised to minus k. This is the equation number 1. This equation is called as the system transfer function of FIR filters. Now let us see the structures of FIR filters. So there are basically two types of structure of FIR filters or of designing the FIR filters. The first one is called as direct form structure and the second one is called as cascaded form structure. So to do direct form structure or to do cascaded structure, what are the equations for that or how we realize that? So let's see each of them in detail. So first one we will see direct form structure. So in direct form structure, the equation we are using is y of n, that is equals to summation of k equals to 0 to m minus 1 h of k into x of n minus k. Now if we expand this equation, that means we are using the different instance where summation is there. Starting from k equals to 0 to m minus 1, we will get y of n, that is equals to h of 0. That means here we have taken the first instant k equals to 0, which will give h of 0 into x of n minus 0, that means x of n, plus now k equals to 1, so that will give h of 1 into x of n minus 1, then k equals to 2, which will give h of 2 into x of n minus 2 up to h of m minus 1 into x of n minus m plus 1. Okay. Now if you want to realize the direct form structure of this equation, this is the structure which will call it direct form structure. That means here at the input side, input is x of n and output is y of n. Now here we are using the delay elements z raised to minus 1, that means delay block. Here we are using h of 0, h of 1, h of 2, h of 3, h of m minus 2 up to h of m minus 1, the constant values or constant multipliers to the instance x of n, x of n minus 1, x of n minus 2, h of m minus 1, x of n minus m plus 1. Okay. So according to this we are going to get the direct form structure. So whenever the system difference equation is given, we are going to use this delay elements. Multiplier will be added over here, and here there will be added. According to this, the final output is obtained. Now, next is cascaded form structure. Cascaded form structure is basically a series form structure. That means in the system transfer function, we will have h1 of z, h2 of z, h3 of z, likewise, and we are going to multiply it to obtain the series or cascaded structure. So, as you can see over here, h of z equals to h1 of z into h2 of z into h3 of z up to hk of z. Here, there are two stages shown for cascaded connection. Here, input is x1 of n and output is y2 of n, or as you can say x3 of n. Now, here output of first stage is indicated as x2 of n and output of second stage is indicated as x3 of n. Here, at the first stage, the system differential equation is used to obtain this stage. Let's say for example here, z raised to minus 1 elements are 2, that means delay blocks are 2. That indicates that the maximum power in this equation would be z raised to minus 2. Same way, the output of this stage is given to the input of the second stage according to system transfer function, and then this output is obtained. That means here the difference equations are divided into stages to indicate the cascaded connection, or as you can say series connection. Now let us see the example of structures of IIR systems. First example, let us consider to obtain the realization of h of z, that is equals to 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse plus z is to minus 2 into 1 plus 1 by 8 z is to minus 1 plus z is to minus 2. Now here, as you can see, we are obtaining the cascaded realization. So first part is obtained as h1 of z and the second part is obtained as h2 of z. And these two will be connected in series to obtain the cascaded connection. So here h1 of z is 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse plus z is to minus 2. And h2 of z is 1 plus 1 by 8 z is to minus 1 plus z is to minus 2. So here let us indicate first one, h1 of z. So here as you can see, the maximum power, that means maximum order of the system is 2, because your maximum delay element is z is to minus 2. So we are using two delay elements, z is to minus 1, z is to minus 2. Here the first one is 1, then 1 by 4 z inverse is there. So here 1 by 4 is indicated. Then z is to minus 2 multiplier is 1, so here 1 is indicated. Now output of this h1 of z will be given to the h2 of z, where h2 of z is what? 1 plus 1 by 8 z inverse plus z is to minus 2. So there is 1, 1 by 8 is there and z is to minus 2 multiplier is 1. So here you can say that this sequence has the two parts. That means here as you can see, this part is known as h1 of z and the second part is, or the second stage is h2 of z. Okay, now let us see the one more example. So here the data given to you is obtain cascaded form realization of following system, which is given as h of z, that is equals to 1 plus 1 by 2 z raised to minus 1 plus z raised to minus 2 into 1 plus 1 by 4 z raised to minus 1 plus z raised to minus 2. Now let us obtain the cascaded realization for this. So to obtain the cascaded realization for this equation, we have to divide it into two parts. That means to obtain h of z, we will take multiplication of h1 of z into h2 of z. Here h1 of z is what? h1 of z is the first term, that is 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse plus z raised to minus 2, and h2 of z will be 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse plus z raised to minus 2. Now we are using the cascaded realization the same way we have seen for the previous example. So we are giving the input, that is called as x of n. In the h1 of z, as you can see, the maximum element or else maximum power or order of the equation is 2. So we we are going to use two dealer elements, Z inverse and Z inverse. Okay, and we are going to use two adders to indicate the system transfer function in total. So this is how our first stage will look like, that is H1 of Z. The output of which will be given to the next input term, that is again of order 2. So we are using two dealer elements. So here we will get the output Y of. Now let us write down the constant values. So as you can see, the first constant value is 1 over here, that will give 1, plus next is 1 by 2, that will give 1 by 2 Z inverse, plus here the multiplier with Z raised to minus 2 is 1, so over here we will write 1. Now same way over here there is 1, then the next value is 1 by 4, and here the value is 1. So this is the first part, that is H1 of Z, and this is the second part, that is H2 of Z. Combining these two will give the cascaded realization of the system transfer function given to us. So this is how you can realize the cascaded realization for FIR systems. Now in general, IIR systems are more used. That means, for example point of view, IIR systems and its structures and its realizations will be more important for you. And in this FIR system structure, we will have two parts, direct form structure and the cascaded structure. So here the structures of IIR and FIR filter systems are completed. Now in the next session we are going to start the new unit, that is DFT, which is discrete Fourier transform. We will see the examples and properties in DFT. These are the references. Thank you for listening.